Hey guys, so a super quick but also super important update to my gold farming technique is that if you're gonna be doing this, I do recommend you actually have people swap to ninja and that they will use what is called Dokumori. That's a very specific skill. This actually increases the amount of gold that is dropped by enemies, and really just have your warriors, whoever's not pulling his warrior, just cycle onto ninja and then one at a time have each use Dokumori. This will massively increase the amount of gold that you get in total. Reality is that, how to say it, Cannoneer skills and everything else about it's the same. It's just you're now weaving in Dokumori whenever you want. I'd say that the one drawback to this skill, if I'm super honest, is that it will share a cooldown with your Warrior's Vengeance ability. Or I suppose the name was updated to Damnation, wasn't it? Your Damnation, your big 2-minute cooldown. So likewise, when you're on Warrior, you're, depending on how you want to view it, either you're not going to have Damnation as a cooldown, or alternatively, if you use Damnation, you're not going to be able to use Dokumori, so maybe you should just not do that if you honestly want the most gold. Another update that I'm going to make is that, yeah, I'd still recommend, if you want things to be as smooth as possible, to have like someone swap on Ast. But one thing that you can do is you can have people like take turns and like be like the barrier healer, and then you go and you use home gang, and then you swap back to barrier healer. Although it does, I suppose, make it a lot less of a mental load to just stay on barrier healer and just have that one person focus on it. But even the barrier healer can go and use home gang. But I should say that I seriously was having no issues solo barriering this. I did originally make the recommendation of, hey, maybe one Astro. But reality is, after trying to solo farm it, and successfully solo farming it rather, for like literally the gold cap and far beyond that in a few hours, it was ridiculous how quick it was. Sage solo healing this is really, really easy. Now I'm going to do a super quick recap. So technique requires 7 warriors and 1 sage. No other healer other than sage can pull this off. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Even Scholar just cannot keep up out of Seraphism because this moves quick. You're going to be at the location of coordinates of x 7.8, y of 39.4, and going around in a circle. Warriors are going to loot up all the mobs. You're going to have the warrior use home gang. You're going to then just see the warrior just get tanked, and everyone's going to use cannoneer skills to knock out the mobs. You're going to put a number obviously on each warrior's head, and so that was the first warrior. The one with the 2 above their head is going to go next, so on and so forth, and you just keep going circle, 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 and it is really an endless grind. And likewise, I know it pissed off a lot of people, but this is reality. This is the quickest leveling method. If you can get 7 other people to agree to this, there is some talk saying that technically all you need is 4 or 5 cannoneers. I personally find that it is a little bit too low of damage in my experience, but that could just be my experience. But anecdotally, my experience is that you want like 6 cannoneers at least. I found it kind of sketchy otherwise. And then you can power level some particular individual. I would really not go below 6 personally, because at this point, I'm not leveling, I'm gold farming, and especially because I'm not leveling and I'm bringing the damage and all that. Either you're going to give me gil, or I really kind of don't want to gold farm with you in a group if you're not carrying your own weight. Which I don't think is unfair, because do you want me personally to swap to Geomancer? And that's a whole different discussion here. You want me to personally be on Geomancer and not Cannoneer? No, you probably don't. So why would I feel different than you? I'm not special that way. Now I'm going to talk about people saying they want technique to do this without warriors. You could use other tanks if you really wanted. The invulns aren't going to sync up. You're going to have a lot more chatter. It's going to be a lot less automatic. Cooldowns obviously aren't going to align, so I would find that frustrating. Obviously, you can use non-warriors to do this. Another option is that Oracle, when you have it maxed out, does have the ability to give an invuln, and Oracle, if you do time it properly, does have the starfall, which is very good damage. But again, it's at a 60-second cooldown timer, and I can tell you between some of these pulls, it is so fucking tight that even the 30-second cooldown of Cannoneer kind of sucks. And now I'm going to end this video by saying I see your comments, and I'm trying to improve my content in many different ways, whether that's me intentionally trying to talk quicker, me trying to cut out stuff, me trying to add stuff, me trying to trying to not talk about this method with warriors. And I get you want methods without warriors. Right now I can't find a method that comes even close to this that doesn't use warriors. I can't find a method that's as quick. I'm looking, I'm trying. That's why this video is at what, 9 o'clock at night. I'm trying for you guys, but like shit, it is really hard because like I can't find a way to gold farm as efficient as this without warriors, and people will maybe call me a bitch for that or something, but like this is just so fucking quick to get gold that like I'm trying with alternatives. Like you even heard me bring up Oracle before. It's not as quick, it's not as consistent, and that makes it really hard for me to recommend when I know that I'm literally gonna recommend a technique that gets half the gold. And we're talking, yes, like half the gold. Like, it's not a little difference, it's a big difference. So, looking into it for you guys, I'm trying, and so far nothing to report on that end. But if I find something, obviously I'm going to try and get it to you, but I'm looking, and bro, I'm not even lying. Like, I'm giving you no cap. Like, I literally have no freaking clue what to recommend that doesn't have warriors for gold farming. Like seriously, no cap. Like, it's just this warrior shit is so bussin',